Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Guy Bouchard here with Top Down Investments. We're standing at another one of our multifamily deals, and we're here for a few reasons today. One is to give you a bit of a progress update as to where this deal came from, what the progress is to get us here up to this point, and sort of where we're at with the deal. The other two reasons are, one, we're planning to sell this building or partner with more investors to continue doing the restoration that we've started to with our original group of investors. So we just wanted to do a little bit of an overview and describe some of that in more detail. We're standing here in one of the older units of this building at 250 Victoria Road in Nanaimo, British Columbia. This is a 32 unit building, 31 one bedrooms and one bachelor. Our original game plan coming into this was to do targeted remediations to show what the potential is in this market, and then flip it to a separate group or to some potential buyers who could either hold it long term or continue to do the restorations that we began to do. We came across this deal in September of 2017. It was brought to me by our brokers at McDonald Realty. Dan Schultz and Chris Winkers brought this to us, and we were able to take a look at this and structure a deal with the potential seller. The challenge with this property is that it was significantly below market value just due to the rents. The rents were on average about $650 per unit, significantly lower than any lender was willing to touch or give us good financing on. So what I was able to do is I was able to talk to the seller and negotiate an extended closing. So what we were able to do was we got this locked up under contract in November, and we took possession of it in February. Except instead of closing right away, I negotiated a 1-year close on the deal. But at the same time, negotiated the ability to come in and act on behalf of the owner, which allowed us to negotiate leases with the tenants, sign and operate new leases, and also do unlimited construction to the building as we saw fit. So of course, that creates an opportunity for not only the seller to have somebody coming in doing value upgrades to their building. In a worst case scenario, they take it back and it's in better condition than when they sold it to us. And for us, it obviously gives us the ability to come in and do the work without having to put a significant amount of capital into closing on the deal. So it was a win-win. So the plan was on February 1st coming in, and we negotiated with all the tenants. Majority of the building agreed to an increase in their rent as is, just at the building as is, because they were so significantly below market value. In return, we offered to do upgrades to the building. That included doors and windows, which would reduce the overall utilities costs for the tenants in the building, because it is tenants pay 100% utilities. They pay their own electrical, and they have individual boilers or hot water tanks in each unit. And so they carry all the expenses, and so doing efficiency upgrades with doors and windows is a big deal to them. We also offered to put in-suite laundry into all of the units, which again would reduce their monthly cost of doing laundry themselves. Those were the big ticket items that we agreed to do, and we got majority of the building to agree to rent up increases up to approximately $900 a month. Now, we wanted to also do targeted remediations to specific units in the building to show what the potential value and what the potential rent could be in this market. And so I'm going to take you through that in a couple minutes, and I know that we've got Mike that's going to do a walkthrough as well, so he's going to be able to do a little bit more detailed walk. But the bottom line is that these 5 units that we did targeted upgrades to are really to prove what the rents could be in the area, but also what we could potentially do with the building and the tenancy demographic, or the tenant demographic in the area that's coming into this. It's a hot market. There's lots of people coming into the area. It's very low vacancies, and we obviously are more interested in increasing the stability and the lendability of these buildings, and increase the profile within the neighborhood, and increase the community feeling, and generate some better stuff going on in the area. And so that's what we are really planning to do with this deal, and we've done, and we're successful in that so far. Right now we're in June, and so we're about 5 months into majority of the renovations, majority of the construction. We've still got a fair bit to go to complete the renovations on the units that we've targeted, but we are planning to get those on the market within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and seeing really what those units are going to rent for. We anticipate they're probably going to be in the neighborhood of between $1,100 and $1,300 for the finished units, and it's just due to the quality and finish. As you can see in here in some of these units, we've got some old carpeting, we've still got really old linoleum, we've got old kitchen cabinets in here, which are probably original with the building. This is really musky smell in here just from the place not being maintained properly. We've got older appliances. And so if you come over into the hallway and the bathroom areas, you can see this old gold-plated covers. It's really retro. This is like 70s kind of style. It hasn't been replaced in a long time. Again, really outdated, really retro bathrooms. A lot of the stuff is starting to have issues. You're starting to get moisture ingress in behind all of the vanities. The tubs haven't been refinished. The caulking's coming off. And there's a lot of damage that you don't see that's being caused behind all of this stuff from not being dealt with over a long period of time. And so this is kind of gives you the idea, and this is actually one of the units that is in much, much better condition. And keep in mind that this unit has been cleaned for about 16 hours extensively. So a lot of the stuff that you see here is the best condition that you're gonna get in an old unit. What I would love to do is take you into one of our newer units and show you what we're gonna do to the place overall and what the future potential is for this building. All right, so here we are in one of the newer units. This is unit 305. If you take a look out the window here, this is actually one of our nicer units that we've got the view. The whole east side of this building has ocean views from the second floor up. And outside here, we've got some pretty good things to look at. And this obviously adds to a bit of the value of what these units could be. It's in a very good location. It's really close to downtown. You're within about 5 minutes walking distance of downtown Nanaimo. The whole area is being gentrified. There's a lot of good things you can see right across the street. There's a brand new townhouse development going up. There's a lot of pockets in this area where property's being bought up, and there's a lot of good value add things that are happening in the area, let alone what we're doing to this building. And so, just to give you an idea of the finish, obviously it's a much different feeling from the unit we were just walking through. And this is what really excites me about the work that we do. Yes, we're changing over the tenancy profile, and yes, there's a process going through on that end of it, but at the end of the day, we're really just trying to add value to the building, we're trying to add value to the community, and we're also trying to add value to the new tenants that are coming into the building. And so we've got brand new appliances throughout the entire unit, brand new cabinets, brand new countertops, all new fixtures, all the electrical covers and all the electrical outlets have been upgraded. Coming into the bathrooms, we've got all new flooring, we've got all new cabinets as well. We've also refinished the tubs, it's a much different feel and look. We've got brand new tile surround as well. So this is really the level of finish that we expect out of all of our buildings when we come into them. So we're going to list this property and it is going to be for sale. So if you're a potential buyer, this is a good opportunity for you to take this project as is and continue to do the work that we've already started. It's got a lot more potential to go. And depending on how rapidly or how extensively you wind up doing that, of course, the sky's the limit on what the future value and the future rents in this building could be. But we're headed in the right direction already. The second option is that we are speaking out to all you investors out there, because our current group of investors were into this for the short-term flip. So their deal was 750 grand input, and we were offering a 25% preferred rate. So I know that's probably getting all of you a little bit excited, and it is exciting, but the reason we offered a 25% preferred rate on the original scope was because there was a lot more risk involved, and we wanted to give back to the investors that were backing us on our plan and believed in us for what we could do. So we believe that we've gotten to the point of where we can now transition the original set of investors out with either the new set of investors or the potential buyers. That's going to be up to you on how you figure that one out or how you want to get involved in the deal. But you can talk to us and get a little bit more information on that down the road. What we would like to do now is we're already getting the building appraised. We've already got other lenders out there looking at the deal to acquire new financing to continue the deal from this point on, to continue the restorations for the rest of the building should we decide to go that direction. What that means from a dollar standpoint is that we would probably need approximately $1 million to $1.5 million of new investor equity to put new lending in place and to buy out the original group of investors, and of course close on the deal and pay out the original mortgage on the original contract to the seller, the current seller, which is at $3.5 million. So I know that's a lot of information. I know there's a lot going on there, but the bottom line overview is that we've got a lot of the exterior facade upgrades, a lot of the common upgrades done. We've done complete restorations on 5 units out of 32, so that leaves another 27 remaining to do the rest of the remediation too. And we want to plan to target those remediations to be completed over the next 12 to 18 months, working with the current tenants that have been working with us throughout this process, and give them some time to transition out, or even give them the opportunity to move into some of the renovated units once we're complete. So get hold of us for more information, you can go to topdowninvestments.com, or you can get a hold of me, which is admin@topdowninvestments.com, and we'll have some more information ready for you. But we're gonna place these units on the market here in the next week to really prove out the rents, to show me that I know what I'm talking about, and of course, more importantly, to show you that I know what I'm talking about. And once we can prove out those rents, that we can really nail down the value of this building, and then we'll get some information put together for what this is gonna look like long term. So thanks for watching again. Looking forward to speaking with you, and hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you later.